Welcome to Eternal Philosophies. This is a video compendium featuring the legendary conquerors who reshaped history: Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Genghis Khan, Oda Nobunaga, and Napoleon. Alexander the Great was one of history's most brilliant military strategists and leaders. By the time he was just 30 years old, he had created one of the largest empires the world had ever seen, stretching from Greece to Egypt and deep into India. His success was not merely a result of his military prowess, but also stemmed from his visionary strategies and deep understanding of unity among his troops. Alexander firmly believed that true strength lies in bringing people together under a common purpose. In this video, we'll explore 12 powerful quotes attributed to Alexander the Great that reflect his mindset toward warfare, leadership, and the significance of strategy. These words reveal how seriously he took his responsibilities as a leader and how he valued unity both on and off the battlefield. 1. I am not afraid of an army of lions led by a sheep. I am afraid of an army of sheep led by a lion. A strong leader transforms the character and capabilities of their followers. Leadership is the true force behind a great army. 2. There is nothing impossible to him who will try. Alexander believed in the power of relentless effort. His conquests were driven by his unwavering conviction that obstacles are no match for persistence. 3. A tomb now suffices him for whom the whole world was not sufficient. Even the greatest conqueror must face the inevitability of mortality. This quote reflects the contrast between Alexander's vast ambitions and the human limitations we all share. 4. I would rather live a short life of glory than a long one of obscurity. Alexander valued a life of meaning and achievement over longevity. His actions were always aligned with this pursuit of greatness. 5. Heaven cannot brook two sons, nor earth two masters. This phrase demonstrates Alexander's view of dominance. There can only be one true leader in any realm, just as there can be only one sun in the sky. 6. Remember, upon the conduct of each depends the fate of all. Leadership is not just about personal glory, it's about responsibility. Each person's actions in a team or army can influence the outcome for everyone. 7. I am indebted to my father for living, but to my teacher for living well. This reflects Alexander's appreciation for learning and guidance, especially from his mentor Aristotle, who shaped much of his thinking. 8. In the end, when it's over, all that matters is what you've done. Action and results speak louder than intentions. This belief fueled Alexander's drive for continuous accomplishment and expansion. 9. I do not steal victory. Alexander believed in earning success through merit and effort. To him, victory without honor was meaningless. 10. There is nothing more slavish than luxury, and nothing more princely than labor. Despite his riches, Alexander knew that hard work and discipline were the true markers of greatness, not wealth or indulgence. 11th. How great are the dangers I face to win a good name in Athens. Alexander understood the risks he took in his quest for glory, but he willingly faced them to earn a place in history. 12th. With the right attitude, self-imposed limitations vanish. His success came not from avoiding challenges, but from embracing them, breaking past perceived limits through sheer will. Alexander the Great's legacy lives on not just through his empire, but also through the wisdom he imparted. His words remind us of the importance of strong leadership, discipline, and determination in achieving greatness. These 12 quotes offer timeless insights that continue to inspire leaders and strategists even today. Conqueror 2, Julius Caesar. Now we'll explore the leadership lessons of one of history's most iconic military commanders and statesmen, Julius Caesar. Though not traditionally a philosopher, Caesar's strategies and understanding of power, loyalty, and decisiveness left a lasting mark on Rome and the world. Born into a patrician family during a time of political turmoil, Caesar rose through the ranks of Rome to become a general, a conqueror, and eventually the dictator of the Republic. His military conquests, including the Gallic Wars and his crossing of the Rubicon, demonstrated his willingness to take bold risks and his deep understanding of political maneuvering. Beyond his battlefield tactics, Caesar was an astute leader who knew how to inspire loyalty among his troops and influence the Roman people. His leadership philosophy continues to inspire those seeking to understand power and strategy. Let's delve into 10 of his most profound quotes on leadership, each reflecting the mindset of a leader who changed the course of history. First, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. This famous phrase, reportedly written in a letter to the Roman Senate after a swift victory in Asia Minor, epitomizes Caesar's decisiveness and relentless momentum. Caesar's victories often came from acting swiftly and seizing opportunities without hesitation. In leadership, this quote serves as a reminder of the importance of confidence and the power of swift, calculated action. 2. The die is cast. Caesar reportedly uttered this phrase as he crossed the Rubicon River, effectively declaring war on Rome itself. By taking this irreversible step, Caesar demonstrated his understanding that some choices define one's path forward and can't be undone. For leaders, it's a powerful reminder to make choices with conviction and understand the consequences. 3. Experience is the teacher of all things. Julius Caesar valued hands-on learning and understanding the realities on the ground, rather than relying solely on theory. His willingness to learn through experience, especially in the heat of battle, underscores a key lesson for leaders. Real-world experience is invaluable in honing strategic thinking and decision-making. 4. If you must break the law, do it to seize power. In all other cases, observe it. While controversial, this quote reflects Caesar's view on power dynamics within political structures. His rise to power often involved bending rules, but he recognized the importance of maintaining order for the society at large. Leaders may interpret this as a warning to respect systems and values unless they truly seek transformative change. 5. Men willingly believe what they wish. Caesar was keenly aware of how perception influenced public opinion and morale. In leadership, understanding that people are often swayed by what aligns with their desires can help in navigating support and communicating ideas effectively. 6. No one is so brave that he is not disturbed by something unexpected. Caesar knew that even the bravest of his soldiers could be thrown off by sudden, unforeseen challenges. This quote speaks to the importance of preparation and resilience, and reminds leaders to expect and prepare for the unexpected. 7. I love the name of honor more than I fear death. To Caesar, honor and legacy were paramount, often driving his most daring actions. For leaders, this quote emphasizes the importance of integrity and a sense of purpose that transcends personal safety or comfort. 8. In war, events of importance are the result of trivial causes. Caesar understood that small actions could lead to significant outcomes, especially in the high-stakes environment of military campaigns. This highlights the idea that leaders should not overlook minor details, as they can often have major consequences. 9. It is better to create than to learn. Creating is the essence of life. Known for his bold reforms, Caesar valued innovation and the act of building something new. Leaders can draw inspiration from this in fostering creativity and driving change, rather than simply adhering to established norms. 10. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once. This famous quote, used in Shakespeare's play Julius Caesar, reflects the belief in courage and living without regret. Leaders are encouraged to face their fears head-on, embodying courage rather than succumbing to hesitation or self-doubt. These were 10 powerful quotes by Julius Caesar that offer insights into leadership, strategy, and courage. Caesar's legacy endures, not only through his military conquests, but also in his unwavering ambition and boldness in shaping history. His life shows that true leadership often requires calculated risks, resilience, and the ability to inspire those around you. Conqueror 3. Genghis Khan. Today we're exploring the profound insights of Genghis Khan, a leader whose strategies and vision shaped the world. We'll uncover his leadership secrets, strategic genius, and innovative governance. Let's dive into the wisdom of the great Khan. Historical background. Genghis Khan, originally named Temujin, was born around 1162 in the harsh steppes of Mongolia. His early life was marked by hardship and struggle after his father was poisoned by a rival tribe, leaving his family destitute. Despite these challenges, Temujin demonstrated remarkable resilience and leadership skills from a young age. He gradually united the fractious Mongol tribes through a combination of strategic alliances and military prowess. By 1206, he had been proclaimed Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler, and began his campaign to expand his empire. Under his leadership, the Mongol Empire grew to become the largest contiguous empire in history, stretching from Eastern Europe to Asia. Genghis Khan was not only a brilliant military strategist, but also an innovative ruler who implemented a merit-based system that valued skill over aristocratic birthright. He abolished torture, embraced religious freedom, and promoted trade and communication across his vast territories. His legacy is one of both fearsome conquest and groundbreaking governance reforms that influenced future generations. 10 quotes attributed to Genghis Khan. 1. If you are afraid, don't do it. If you are doing it, don't be afraid. This quote emphasizes decisive action and confidence in leadership. Genghis Khan believed that fear should not hinder decision-making once a path is chosen. It highlights the importance of commitment and courage in pursuing one's goals without hesitation. 2. The greatest happiness is to vanquish your enemies. While this reflects his warrior ethos, it also highlights the importance of overcoming obstacles to achieve one's goals. It suggests that true fulfillment comes from facing challenges head-on and emerging victorious. 3. A leader can never be happy until his people are happy. This underscores his belief in serving a greater good and ensuring the well-being of his subjects. It implies that a leader's success is intrinsically linked to the prosperity and contentment of their followers. 4. The strength of a wall is neither greater nor less than the courage of the men who defend it. This quote emphasizes that the effectiveness of any defense relies not on physical barriers, but on the bravery and determination of the people involved. It highlights the importance of human courage and commitment in overcoming challenges, suggesting that true strength comes from within. 5. Without the vision of a goal, a man cannot manage his own life. Vision was central to Khan's leadership. He united tribes under a shared dream of one world under one heaven. This quote stresses the necessity of having clear objectives to guide personal and collective actions. 6. Conquering the world on horseback is easy. It is dismounting and governing that is hard. This highlights the challenges of leadership beyond mere conquest. It suggests that true leadership involves not only achieving power, but also effectively managing it to bring about lasting positive change. 7. I am the punishment of God. If you had not committed great sins, God would not have sent a punishment like me upon you. This quote reflects his self-perception as an instrument of divine justice and his psychological warfare tactics. It serves as a reminder of accountability for one's actions and their consequences. 8. It is not sufficient that I succeed. All others must fail. This illustrates his competitive nature and relentless pursuit of dominance. It underscores a mindset focused on absolute victory rather than compromise or coexistence. 9. An action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure. This quote underscores the importance of self-control. Genghis Khan believed that decisions made in anger are often impulsive and lead to negative outcomes. Effective leaders should remain calm and think rationally to avoid jeopardizing their goals. 10. There is no value in anything until it is finished. This emphasizes perseverance and the importance of completing tasks. Genghis Khan valued results, believing that true worth is only realized when a project is fully completed. This mindset encourages dedication and commitment to seeing things through to the end. Genghis Khan's wisdom offers timeless lessons for modern challenges. His emphasis on vision, adaptability, and meritocracy can inspire us today. As we face our own obstacles, let's harness these insights to lead with purpose and resilience. Conqueror 4. Oda Nobunaga. What makes a leader truly unforgettable? Is it their ambition, their vision, or the legacy they leave behind? For Oda Nobunaga, it was all three. Known as the Demon King, Nobunaga rose from obscurity to become one of Japan's most transformative leaders. His life was a whirlwind of conquest, innovation, and cultural change that reshaped the nation during one of its most chaotic eras, the Sengoku period. Today on Eternal Philosophies, we'll explore how Oda Nobunaga's actions not only unified Japan but also left a lasting impact that resonates even in modern times. Who was Oda Nobunaga? To understand Oda Nobunaga's significance, we must first picture the Japan he was born into. The Sengoku period, or Warring States period, was a century of chaos. The Ashikaga shogunate had crumbled into irrelevance, leaving the country fractured into territories ruled by feudal lords, Sengoku daimyos. These warlords constantly clashed for supremacy, their private armies turning the land into a battlefield. Buddhist warrior monks, known as the Iko-Iki, defied samurai rule, while peasants revolted against oppressive taxes. It was an era where betrayal and ambition were the only constants. The rise of Nobunaga. Oda Nobunaga was born in 1534 in Owari province. Initially dismissed as eccentric and unpredictable, he earned the nickname, the Fool of Owari. But behind his unconventional behavior lay a sharp mind and an unrelenting ambition. At just 17 years old, he inherited leadership of the Oda clan after his father's death, a precarious position surrounded by enemies both internal and external. To secure his rule, Nobunaga acted decisively. When his own brother Nobuyuki betrayed him, Nobunaga crushed the rebellion and executed him without hesitation. This ruthless pragmatism would define his leadership style. Military genius changing the rules of war. Battle of Okehazama, 1560, a daring beginning. Facing an army of 25,000 soldiers led by Imagawa Yoshimoto, Nobunaga commanded a mere 2,000 to 3,000 troops, outnumbered nearly 10 to 1. Yet, retreat was not an option. Nobunaga refused to bunker down or wait for reinforcements. Instead, he chose audacity. Using the terrain to his advantage, Nobunaga deployed deception tactics by planting flags and banners to give the illusion of a larger force. Meanwhile, he led his elite troops through a hidden path under the cover of a thunderstorm. The storm concealed their movements and disoriented Imagawa's forces. Striking swiftly and decisively, Nobunaga's men overwhelmed Yoshimoto's lightly guarded camp, killing the warlord and scattering his army. This victory was more than just a battle. It was a statement. By defeating one of Japan's most powerful daimyos with such a small force, Nobunaga announced himself as a military genius capable of turning impossible odds into triumphs. Siege of Inabayama Castle, 1567. Oda Nobunaga targeted Mino province for its fertile lands, strategic location near Kyoto, and control of key trade routes. Recognizing the Saito clan's weakness under the inexperienced Saito Tatsuoki, he seized the opportunity to strike. Nobunaga relied on his trusted retainer, Kinoshita Tokichiro, later Toyotomi Hideyoshi, who played a crucial role by building Tsunemata Castle as a forward base and securing alliances with local warlords. This campaign culminated in the daring capture of Inabayama Castle, which Nobunaga renamed Gifu Castle, adopting the motto Tenkafubu, rule all under heaven by force. Conquest of Kyoto, 1568. Seizing political power. Nobunaga set his sights on Kyoto, the imperial capital and symbolic heart of Japan. He marched into Kyoto at the invitation of Ashikaga Yoshiaki, who sought support in becoming shogun. Nobunaga installed Yoshiaki as shogun, but kept real power firmly in his own hands. This move allowed him to exert influence over the imperial court, while weakening rival clans who sought to control Kyoto themselves. In 1573, Oda Nobunaga exiled Ashikaga Yoshiaki after Yoshiaki had conspired against Nobunaga, attempting to overthrow him by forming alliances with rival daimyo. Battle of Nagashino, 1575, revolutionizing warfare. As Nobunaga expanded his territory, he faced one of his greatest challenges, Takeda Katsuyori and his legendary cavalry forces. At Nagashino in 1575, Nobunaga demonstrated not only military brilliance but also technological innovation. Nobunaga deployed 3,000 arquebusiers in rotating lines behind wooden barricades. This tactic ensured continuous volleys of gunfire that decimated Takeda's cavalry before they could reach Oda lines. The battle was a turning point in Japanese warfare, proving that firearms could outmatch traditional samurai tactics. The destruction of Enryakuji in 1571 underscored Oda Nobunaga's ruthless pragmatism and solidified his reputation as the Demon King. The temple, a stronghold of influential Buddhist warrior monks who opposed samurai rule and supported his rivals, posed a serious threat to his ambitions. Determined to eradicate this opposition, Nobunaga ordered a full-scale assault, reducing Mount Hiei to ashes and leaving no survivors, monks, women, and children alike. Thousands perished in the massacre. This shocking act sent ripples across Japan, making it clear that Nobunaga would stop at nothing, not even the destruction of sacred institutions, to achieve his goal of unifying the nation. The betrayal at Honnoji. In June 1582, while preparing for further campaigns against the Mori clan, Nobunaga was betrayed by his general Akechi Mitsuhide during what became known as the Honnoji incident. Trapped with no escape, Nobunaga chose to end his life through seppuku. His death shocked Japan but did not end his vision. Japan after Nobunaga. The Ashikaga shogunate was gone. In 1573, Nobunaga overthrew Ashikaga Yoshiaki, ending over 2 centuries of feudal rule under the Ashikaga shogunate and dismantling the feudal system that had dominated Japan for generations. Centralized governance had begun to take shape. By 1600, just 18 years after his death, Japan was unified under Tokugawa Ieyasu's rule, ushering in the Edo period. Oda Nobunaga is celebrated as one of Japan's 3 great unifiers, alongside Toyotomi Hideyoshi and Ieyasu. Firearms had revolutionized warfare. Relentless tactics against rival daimyos, and even powerful religious groups, decisively eliminating threats to solidify his authority. Economic reforms laid the groundwork for modernization. Nobunaga abolished toll barriers and monopolies controlled by guilds, fostering free trade across his territories. He also developed castle towns like Azuchi into hubs of commerce and manufacturing. Quotes from Oda Nobunaga. 4 quotes commonly associated with Oda Nobunaga, along with their origins and analysis. 1. Life lasts but 50 years. Compared to the realm of heaven, it is nothing but a fleeting dream or illusion. No one lives forever once born. Nobunaga's choice to recite this line before a critical battle highlights his acceptance of life's brevity and his resolve to make a lasting impact despite its fleeting nature. It also aligns with the samurai ethos of embracing death in pursuit of honor. 2. Without destruction, there is no creation. There is no change. The quote encapsulates Nobunaga's belief in dismantling outdated systems, whether political, religious, or social, to build something new. His suppression of Buddhist warrior monks and overthrowing of the Ashikaga shogunate are prime examples of this philosophy in action. 3. If the bird doesn't sing, kill it. Origin. This line is part of a famous parable comparing the leadership styles of Japan's 3 great unifiers, Oda Nobunaga, Toyotomi Hideyoshi, and Tokugawa Ieyasu. In this story, Nobunaga represents decisiveness and ruthlessness. Kill the bird if it doesn't sing. Hideyoshi symbolizes cleverness. Make the bird sing. Ieyasu embodies patience. Wait for the bird to sing. This fictionalized quote illustrates Nobunaga's reputation for swift and uncompromising action. It reflects his tendency to eliminate obstacles without hesitation, a trait that defined his leadership style. Fourth, Tenkafubu, all under heaven by military force, or rule all lands by force. Tenkafubu became synonymous with Nobunaga's legacy as a leader who sought not only military conquest, but also modernization and centralization. It remains one of the most enduring symbols of his ambition and influence. These quotes offer profound insights into Oda Nobunaga's character and leadership style. They reflect his boldness, pragmatism, and relentless pursuit of power during one of Japan's most tumultuous eras. Conqueror 5, Napoleon. Imagine a man born on a small Mediterranean island in 1769 who rose to become one of the most powerful figures in history. By the age of 30, he had become the first consul of France, and by 35, he crowned himself emperor. Over 2 decades, he reshaped Europe through military conquests and political reforms, leaving a legacy that still influences the modern world. This is the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, a man whose ambition knew no bounds and whose words continue to inspire and provoke thought. Welcome to Eternal Philosophies. Who was Napoleon Bonaparte? Who influenced him? Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769, in Ajaccio, Corsica, a mountainous island in the Mediterranean Sea located southeast of France and west of Italy. At the time of his birth, Corsica had recently been annexed by France after centuries under Genoese rule. His family belonged to minor nobility but faced financial struggles. At just 9 years old, Napoleon left Corsica for mainland France to study at prestigious military academies. Napoleon's early education instilled in him a love for strategy and mathematics. He quickly rose through the ranks of the French army during the chaos of the French Revolution, showcasing his brilliance at battles like Toulon in 1793. Beyond his military prowess, Napoleon was deeply influenced by historical figures in literature. He admired leaders such as Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, and Augustus, drawing lessons from their conquests, governance, and ability to consolidate power. These figures served as models for his own ambitions and leadership style. Napoleon was also an avid reader, and his intellectual development was shaped by authors like Plutarch, whose parallel lives offered insights into the virtues and flaws of great leaders. Rousseau, whose ideas on social contracts and governance intrigued him. Voltaire, known for his critical thinking on religion and society. And Tacitus, whose works on Roman history provided lessons on political power. These inspirations not only fueled his ambitions, but also informed many of his administrative reforms during his reign. Napoleon's military genius. Between 1796 and 1815, Napoleon led over 60 battles across Europe, losing only a handful. His strategies relied on speed, deception, and decisive action. At Austerlitz in 1805, often called his greatest victory, he defeated a larger coalition force by exploiting their weaknesses with a feigned retreat. At Jena-Auerstedt in 1806, he crushed Prussia's military might within hours. But Napoleon's ambitions extended beyond warfare. He sought to unify Europe under French influence, while implementing reforms like the Napoleonic Code, a legal framework that still shapes modern law. 10 quotes by Napoleon Bonaparte, insights into his mind and philosophy. Quote number 1. Impossible is a word to be found only in the dictionary of fools. This quote reflects Napoleon's unyielding belief that human potential knows no limits. For him, obstacles were challenges meant to be overcome through determination and innovation, a mindset that propelled him from obscurity to emperor. Quote number 2. Never interrupt your enemy when he is making a mistake. A master tactician, Napoleon understood that patience could be just as powerful as action. This quote reminds us that sometimes restraint is the key to victory. Quote number 3. Courage isn't having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have strength. Napoleon saw courage as perseverance in adversity. This philosophy not only defined his leadership, but also inspired his troops during their most challenging campaigns. Quote number 4. In politics, stupidity is not a handicap. Sharp and cynical, this remark reflects Napoleon's understanding of political realities. He recognized that power often thrives not on intellect, but on manipulation and perception. Quote number 5. A leader is a dealer in hope. Napoleon believed that leadership was about inspiring others to believe in a vision greater than themselves. Hope was his tool for rallying armies and uniting nations. Quote number 6. Religion is excellent stuff for keeping common people quiet. This controversial statement reveals Napoleon's pragmatic view of religion as a tool for social order rather than spiritual truth, a reflection of Enlightenment-era thinking. Quote number 7. History is written by the winners. As someone who shaped history himself, Napoleon understood its subjectivity. This quote reminds us to question historical narratives and consider who benefits from them. Quote number 8. Take time to deliberate, but when the time for action comes, stop thinking and go in. A hallmark of Napoleon's success was his decisiveness. This quote emphasizes balancing careful planning with bold execution, a lesson for leaders in any field. Quote number 9. Great ambition is the passion of a great character. This quote highlights how ambition fueled every aspect of Napoleon's life, from his military campaigns to his political reforms. For him, ambition wasn't just a trait, it was destiny. Quote number 10. Death is nothing, but to live defeated and inglorious is to die daily. For Napoleon, honor was paramount, even above life itself. This quote encapsulates his relentless pursuit of glory and disdain for mediocrity or surrender. Napoleon Bonaparte was more than an emperor or general. He was an idea. His words continue to inspire us to dream big, act boldly, and leave our mark on history. But they also remind us of the cost of ambition, unchecked by humility. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the minds of history's greatest conquerors. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.